In the second round of the Under-20s Transatlantic Quad Series, Canada remains undefeated. They beat England 36-33, while Wales took out the United States 38-31. There's one more round of matches. Can Canada remain undefeated? The WXV fixtures have been released. There's going to be 27 matches coming up at the end of September. It'll go through October 12th. WXV 1 will take place in Vancouver. You can see the pools there. There is a cross-conference kind of matchup here, and Scrum Queen goes into that a bit more detail, but the real idea is that some of these teams do play each other often. So Six Nations teams is the obvious example here. But the other teams may not play each other that often, so our Pacific 4 teams don't necessarily need to play each other as much. In this case, you can avoid it a little bit in WXV 1. But this is a huge tournament, and we're essentially going to see who are going to be the champions of the world. England, of course, defending WXV 1 champions. WXV 2, Pool A, Australia, Italy, Japan. Pool B, Scotland, Wales, South Africa. This one's quite compelling. You know, the Wallaroos losing to the United States in the Pacific 4 series dropped them into this, and then Italy, their performance in the Six Nations. But these teams don't play each other that often in the World Cup. They will, of course, but not in a non-World Cup year. So this could be a very interesting pool. WXV 3, though, is the one really to watch. This one, the last two spots for the 2025 Rugby World Cup are up for grabs. And of course, Spain, Fiji, Hong Kong, Netherlands, Samoa, and then surprise Madagascar out of Africa. So this one, these teams do not play each other very often. Only in the World Cup would they see each other. Sometimes Fiji and Samoa obviously will play each other from the Oceania. But these are going to be really interesting matchups. Spain was really hoping to be in WXV 2. We expect them to do well here. And Netherlands makes their big return to 15s with this tournament. Huge news out of New Zealand. Black Ferns co-captain Kennedy Simon has extended her contract in the Zealand Rugby through 2028. It's the longest commitment ever signed by a women's 15s player in New Zealand since the introduction of professional contracts in 2018. So good to see Kennedy continuing on. Of course, we've got WXV 2025 Rugby World Cup, and this gets her all the way through to the Olympics. Of course, she's a 15s player, but it is interesting, and then would maybe a potential renewal be in the books for the next Rugby World Cup.